what's up? I'm Jaded Nerd, and this is my recap, my review for Real Housewives of Potomac Season 6, Episode 5. So Ashley done had the baby. So Ashley, Michael, and baby Dylan come home together, and they are adorable together. And the one thing I said to myself is I'm glad she's got her two boys now. They really bring her a lot of joy and happiness. She looks like she really enjoys being a mom. I know she struggled with the postpartum depression with Dean, and I know she's doing her best to set herself up for success with the nanny and just trying to make sure that she's prepared. But whatever Michael ends up doing, I'm confident that Ashley is going to be a great mother, and she has her sons, and I'm thankful for that. Mia and her family are always great, and I think she really cares about her children. I think she really does care about her husband or care about her family. I just can tell. The way she talks to her kids, the way they all interact. Yeah, they got money. Yeah, they're living well, but we know their stories and we know where she comes from. Her husband seems like the kind of person that understands that you go from here to there and that you appreciate that journey. So as much as the women come from Mia, as much as Wendy may or may not be threatened by Mia, I like her. I like her a lot. Mr. Sheffield is watching the nanny named Fran pack for her girls trip. Now, remember last week, she said, hey, I want to host a trip, a girls trip to Williamsburg, Virginia. But I didn't grow up like Candace. I was poor. We went on school field trips down to the Colonial Williamsburg. They got a really cool trip planned, and she's packing, and I just see more disconnect. It looks like you can't pack fast enough, Candace, before Chris can't wait to go have a drink, allegedly. So Gizelle visits Ashley, wants to check in on her, wants to see the new baby. The baby is adorable. Ashley is gushing. Gizelle and Ashley bond a little bit more over some of the shared experiences that they had during childbirth and all that good stuff. And it's weird because when Gizelle is not coming for somebody and not being evil and mean, she could be likable, but she puts way more effort and energy and more smoke into like being volatile and just stirring up stuff, in my opinion, right? So look, I actually wrote in my notes that when Gizelle isn't being she could be likable, but I don't like her. So I knew Gizelle wouldn't take too long to start gossiping and being messy. So as she speaks to Ashley, she brings up Wendy's husband, Eddie, and some of the rumors and what some of the blogs are saying, and he may be cheating, and this could be the reason why Wendy was so gung-ho about her My BBL journey. It could be why Wendy is so concerned about, oh, look at my BBL, look at my BBL, my BBL, my BBL, because she could allegedly be feeling inadequate or like she's competing with another woman. So I don't know, but messy Gizelle, she's going to do what it is that she does, and she causes things to be interesting to a fault, but also because that's what the show is. It's the nature of the show. Speaking of Wendy, we get to see Wendy at home, and she's trying to conduct business. And a lot of people could identify during the pandemic, and you're trying to do your Zoom calls, your business meetings, your kids is running around, your loved one, your family, the delivery person. It's a lot. So Wendy is having some difficulties with that. She's talking to Eddie, and the energy that she and Eddie have for one another, I mean, I can definitely tell they know each other. I can definitely tell they're cool. I got friend to the show energy. I didn't get a husband talking to his wife. It made me feel like it was really good friends, and he was just being very frank and candid toward her. And it seems like she was like, well, why can't you just, be a bit more genteel in your delivery towards me? I'm still your wife. You get what I'm saying? So it's weird. Very weird dynamic. Like I said, Chris and Candace, weird dynamic. Wendy and Eddie, weird dynamic, allegedly. It just looks weird. Unless it's the editing, and if it's the editing, they're doing one old job on y'all, okay? But she's trying to focus, and Wendy feels like that people really don't understand her. She done gone from Dr. Wendy to the Black Martha Stewart in a My BBL journey down to the trap house. So she's got a lot of identity issues that she needs to work through, in my opinion. One final note about Wendy and her husband. Did he Is he working out? Did he lose some weight? He looks like he might be in the gym, or he done got some liposuction or something. So I don't know what's going on. But they got all kinds of body transformations going down to the Osefo house. So let's keep our eye out on that. Juan Dixon's handsome friend, Robin, and Gizelle meet Mia for drinks. So after the whole debacle last week and confronting her over text messages, and Mia politely clapping back and saying, well, you can schedule it with my assistant and all that stuff. And the controversy about whether the Versace robe was real or fake, whatever. These women decide they're going to have an opportunity to sit down. And, you know, it's cool. Juan Dixon's handsome friend Robin and Gizelle show up. Mia makes her entrance later. It was interesting to see them bond. And I want to make sure that I say this correctly. I said that I appreciate Gizelle, Robin, and Mia being able to sit down and talk. Seriously, but let's see how long the piece lasts. While they were talking, Mia really opened up. I was so sad to hear her story about foster care and the issues that her mother had and her father had, and just issues. And Robin even shared something, and it made me look at her with a little bit more humanity. You understand what I'm saying? When she mentioned about, you know, what Juan Dixon went through with his parents and they're dying from AIDS. So it broke my heart to hear them share those stories and losing those loved ones. So I joke and I talk about gizzard neck and hydraulic neck and graduated cylinder neck and slinky neck and caterpillar neck and all that, and Juan Dixon's handsome friend. And I say that Mia is older than 36, but no, real talk. That was heartbreaking, okay? Very, very heartbreaking. So Miss Karen will not be with the girls on the girl trip. She's actually returning back to her hometown. She's going to be the ambassador, and it's a big fanfare there for her. So shout out to you, Miss Karen. I really, really like you. And that leaves the other women to prepare, okay? So Wendy is all about her My BBL journey. She's trying way too hard. It's you know what you looked like, Wendy, and I think you remember because we're around the same age. You're what, 38, 39 years old? I'm 40 years of age, allegedly. So I remember Street Fighter, The New Fighters, Fei Long, okay, Cammy, TJ Hawk, and it was another one, okay, DJ, Caribbean Man. And Cammy had the little sweats and the one-piece bodysuit that snapped at the crotch child. It's given, wow. You went from everybody had to call you Dr. Wendy and Dr. Wendy, and now it looks like you done seen all the doctors, right? So she's trying way too hard. Why is a scholar there? I don't like a scholar, and I've said that the last time. I said, meanwhile, Candace is worried about Ashley's healing box. But Candace, may I ask you a question? When will you have an opportunity for your box to heal with Mr. Sheffield's kids, okay? Because quiet as it's kept, it doesn't look like y'all are going to be having any kids together anytime soon, allegedly. So you worrying about Ashley and you're being shady towards Ashley. But I mean, Ashley and Michael have 2 kids together. You and Mr. Sheffield, AKA Chris, AKA your husbander, okay? AKA Captain Morgan, don't have any together. So you may want to get your 3/4 piece of napkin out so you can dab the tears from your lonely eye, because it looks like you will always be relegated to being the nanny named Fran. The whole poll segment on the party bus was trash. I'm watching it, and obviously many of these women don't know a poll the way that the poll workers would know a poll. Mia, interestingly enough, knows how to work a poll, and I was like, work. But I said, thank you, Mia, for showing them how it's done. I also wanted to point out that Candace is way more fun around the girls than she is around her husband, Chris, when she's around Mr. Sheffield. I guess when she doesn't have to be the nanny and tend to the kids, she can lay her hair down. But just like, you know, at the very beginning, when she was when she had the little party at the house, right? And when she was trying to be fun at Wendy's gathering, I see her trying, and it looks like from the outside looking in, you're trying to make yourself feel better, Candace. And sometimes people believe that if they do it enough on the outside, it will somehow trickle down to the inside and they'll feel better. But I don't know, Candace. It's not giving me very much that I don't know. But you seem very relaxed. You seem to have a whole lot of fun. You seem way more relaxed when you're around the women than you are around your husband, manager, Mr. Sheffield. So that's something that we need to continuously watch, because I keep saying I see trouble in paradise. Okay, so they're all having a good time down to the party bus. Okay, but we get to a part where they get to where they're going, to Williamsburg, and there's two residences that the women are going to be choosing. There's a main house and then there's a cottage, right? So there's a really, really nice one with these 4 suites in it. And then there's another adjoining place, a little guest house, side house, pool house, whatever. And that's where the other 3 women will be. So 4 in one, 3 in another. So we get, because Candace planned the trip, it was Candace, Mia, Juan Dixon's handsome friend, and Gizelle that got the good rooms in the bigger house. And that left Wendy, Miss Karen, and oh Lord, I can't remember the third person, but it left the Scala. She ain't supposed to be there no way. But it left the Scala, Wendy, and Miss Karen to go into the other house or whatever. And again, a little bit of controversy because y'all had that really nice sit down and talk, Mia, Gizelle, and Juan Dixon's handsome friend Robin. But then Robin had to be upstairs with Gizelle. Now I've been watching Xena Warrior Princess, okay? In my mind, Juan Dixon's handsome friend is giving very much Xena, Lucy Lawless, and Gizelle gives me very much Gabrielle with the hot box allegedly. But if they keep playing these stupid games, I'm gonna have to change their title again from Xena and Gabrielle to Abbott and Costello, because they're laughable, they're clowns, and all I get is comic relief until y'all stop lying to yourselves, Bravo TV, and everybody who watches, and start living in your truth. Gizelle and Miss Karen have been avoiding one another and not really speaking to each other ever since they had those really big blow-ups. And, Miss Karen said that Gizelle had a hot box allegedly, and Gizelle was shading Mr. Ray once again and talking about, he ain't got working equipment, the plumbing ain't working and all that, just stuff like that. So Gizelle is like, does anybody else want to apologize? And mind you, very passive-aggressive, very much Gizelle, very much having the smoke. I mean, couldn't you have been a bit more genteel? Hey, Karen, can I talk to you? Or, hey, you have a moment? Or, hey, I want to know, do you want to have a drink over here or something? But no, you got to, does anybody want to apologize? And it already puts somebody in a defensive stance, in my opinion. But anyway, Miss Karen is like, are you talking to me? Because I'm fine. I'm eating fruit and beignets and whatever the hell they're eating. So Gizelle wants an apology because she feels like Miss Karen is lying on her. She doesn't appreciate what she's been doing on social media, talking about, her marriage or her courtship, or what they're not married. They're not together. They're not living together. So what are Gizelle and Jamal? What are they? So she's mad about that. And she's still feeling real salty about the reunion. Okay, real salty about the reunion. So, and Karen is giving very much well until Gizelle shows a level of accountability. I'm not apologizing. So it don't take long for Gizelle to start being real messy again and start throwing feces at everybody. And she's like, I want Ray to live. I want Ray to pay his bills. And again, shading his age, being mean, all that. And of course, Juan Dixon's handsome friend, anybody ask you to jump in, Gizelle can handle her, so she's a grown woman. She don't need your help. The only tag team that she need is what y'all gonna be doing upstairs allegedly. You ain't gotta insert yourself. You need to be worried about why, even if you let Juan Dixon shoot up the club, why he still don't want to be bothered with you, allegedly. The episode ends as Karen and Gizelle drag each other into infinity and beyond, and we are setting up for another explosive, episode. Again, I told you they only get together for 3 reasons, okay? A party, a field trip, or they're down to the bar or restaurant where they're drinking and then they pull wigs. But look, what do you think? What was your favorite part of the episode? How do you feel about Gizelle and Juan Dixon's handsome friend? How do you feel about their new alliance or friendship with Mia, will it last? How do you feel about Wendy? Is she feeling pressure? Do you think she's doing a bit too much or just having a good old time? And what do you think about Ascala? I don't like her, and I don't even know why she's there. Get a better friend to the show, or at least a better candidate so that she can be Juan Dixon's handsome friend and Juan Dixon's girlfriend so we get the throuple we want. Put everything in the comment section below. If you want to see more content, please give a like on the video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell to get the latest update. I am Jaded Nerd, and I will talk to you all next time.